They were born, unlike most other, they were born to an inhospitable world. Circumstances were so different for them, born as they were to hapless parents. Unkind economic conditions, societal taboos, religious doctrines, accidental and unwanted birth, out of wedlock and pleasure hunts. They were brought to the world only to be abandoned at railway stations, inside railway coaches, at the church and temples, garbage dumps, and most inhospitable of places. Many died, some survived. Some of them were lucky, God saved them. Kind-hearted persons and specialized agencies of the government spotted them. They were lucky to have escaped death. They were lucky to have reached Nava and Nava Diganta. These care homes and adoption centers brought the children up. Many found kind parents to adopt them for a healthier life worldwide. Nava and Nava Diganta changed their world. They brought smiles, love and care for so many over so many years, accepting challenges and creating changes. To sustain these efforts, they need more support of philanthropic persons, organizations, and kinder souls. This
I started because my husband was adopted, and when he was only 5 days old, and my in-laws had 2 daughters and did not have a son. For that reason they adopted from within the family. My father-in-law's younger brother's wife was expecting and asked them if they would give up their child, if it's a male child, to the elder brother and his wife. And that is how he was adopted. But somehow I was not liking the idea that from one parent has to give up to be able to get another. And in 1962, I met a Swedish lady who wanted to adopt a child who was still unmarried but had got engaged to a Swedish young man. They had come on a student exchange program. And so she asked for help. She was staying with me, and asked for help at that time, that she'll take my help for adoption of the child after she gets back to Sweden. In '63, I had helped a family friend who wanted to take a child from his brother, and his wife was expecting. They just got married. So I was able to persuade them that why do you want to take from a family a child who has already got parents also, because there are so many homes in India where the children do not have parents. And I was able to persuade them. In '63 they adopted a child from Lucknow ashram. So that was the first success, that I could reach out a family that were very, very close friends, and they adopted this child. After that, it was in '65, I got a call from Madeleine Katz from Sweden saying she wanted help. She had got married and she had a child, she wanted to adopt a child. You see, the thing is this, a child does not say that, take me home. No child says that, hardly any child. And there certain laws are there that a child in the home cannot be allocated or traded or whatever word you want to use it. So we are not refusing any child, whether the child has a medical problem, whether the child has physical problem, mental problem, because once a child has come to us for help, we would like to give him the best of help that is possible for us. But with our limited resources, I feel that it is becoming increasingly difficult. But I would like the society to move forward. Though age is against me and I don't know how much I'll be able to, but this is not an individual's work. It's a teamwork where everybody puts in their efforts to
A for B for C for cat. 1, 2 buckle my shoe. 3, 4 start the road. 5, 6 feet.
You have 2 children from this house.
That's correct, yes.
How do you think this experience is?
It's been very much a life-changing experience. My wife and I were unable to have children, and so we sought adoption. And we'd had some friends who had adopted some children from here before, 2 girls. And we came to have a look first before we adopted Sable first. And it's been absolutely life-changing. We never thought we'd ever be parents in our lifetimes, and learned an awful lot, especially about the culture of India and the difficulties of parenting a child, an older age child, because we both got them at 6 years of age. And there were some special issues that we had to overcome. They had to learn to love us and bond with us and accept us as parents.
এরা ফ্রেন্ড হয়ে গেলে কটা হবে, একসঙ্গে কজন হয়ে যাবে তাহলে? 4 জন। কৃষ্ণ 1 2 কাউন্ট করো, 3 আনাজ কি বলবো? আনাজ হলো সবজি।
How do you analyze the constraints which should be removed to get to a better functioning?
I think what we could do is we receive a lot of children from the child welfare committees, and because we are dealing with children, we can't really generalize into the care that we provide. Every child's care is different, Every child's care is specific and every child has a specific child care plan. Sometimes in our regularized scheme of activities that we plan or the kind of help that we are providing the child is not tuned to that specific child's needs. So here we expect our friends and well-wishers to support us in our work in doing the best that we can for the child. It may not be something very simple. It may be something difficult. It could be maybe a medical procedure that might save the child's eyes, a medical procedure that might change the child's life. Here we expect our friends and well-wishers to help us. Of course, we cannot afford premium healthcare, but basic healthcare at semi-government units is what we are looking at. Even then, for providing that, the support that we hope to get from our sponsors is what is going to get us going. Because sometimes if we can do something for the child at this juncture, it might save the child's eyes. If we do something for the child at this juncture, the child may be able to walk. We cannot wait for the child to grow up, or we cannot wait for the child to go to an adoptive family and then start the treatment. We have to start the treatment from the time the child comes to us. And here we hope that we will continue to receive the support that we have got from our sponsors and donors. As far as I remember, we had one particular child called Kaveri who had to go through, I think, 7 or 8 operations which was supported by East Meets West to be able to even stand and walk. She was in no position to do either. So she is one of our success stories, and we have children with bilateral cataracts, we have children with multiple medical problems which require help of sponsoring agencies who support us in this.
Tomorrow